All right, I'm on hole number 9 of the 2020 Summer Major. Monday's practice round, Reiki Division, made my practice account, and I am literally just practicing. That's it. That's all I'm doing. And hole number 9, I think, has been changed. Has it been changed? No. Hole number 9 is hole number 4. And this is a birdie hole with an eagle opportunity, and we want to get the eagle. So the best way to get an eagle here is probably with a power. Is definitely with a power 4 or power 5 ball. But it's all about how much distance you can get on the drive. So depending on the level of your clubs, you're probably going to be better off with a big topper than an extra mile. But you can get out there with an extra mile. But even with an extra mile, the distance that you can get out there is not what you can achieve with a big topper with a lower level ball. So you can probably get out there with a big topper to about the same distance that an extra mile, because you can't overpower the drive. So it's just all about raw distance. And you're not netting as much with you'll net more distance with your big topper in most cases. If you've got an extra mile 9, you may net more yardage with your extra mile, but you'll probably still get more mileage out of your big topper. I'm going to use a big topper, and I'm going to use a power 3 ball because that's what I got. And I'm going to bring a big dog as my secondary club. That is the goal. And we're going to get up there and see if we can get ourselves into a spot where we can do a rough bump and get on in 2 and make a putt and get our eagle and move on down the road. Change that to a big dog. Actually, I'm going to change this bag right here. Change that to an extra mile. That way those other bags aren't messed up. No, I need to bring that bag. What was I thinking? Big Tapa. That is the bag I need to bring. What? I tried to burn that Berserker on hole number 8 and do a max overpower hook shot, but I couldn't, or hole number 7, but I couldn't. I had so much lag, I couldn't move the ring set around. See if we can get out there now. I'm leaving a little bit on the table here, so I'm reluctant to do much overpower, or I'm going to try and set it up so I do max overpower. I'm not. This shot's really tricky. You definitely want to do a 10% on the drive, but I think I'm leaving myself a little bit too much separation. Like I've been leaving like 4 rings of separation off of the rough. I'm going to the left to where the edge of the transition between my clear and my white ring is kind of where the rough is. And I think I'm leaving where I'm down here as far as trajectory. I'm leaving a little bit on the table. You don't want to be too far to the right because then you put these trees into play. And there's rough over there. If I did a max overpower, I've got tons of room here. Tons. Come up in that area. 3-3. Shot. I'm not sure I put all of them. No, I put all the movement on that. Try and get out there as far as I can possibly get. I mean, we need to get as far past 400 as possible with a 3 power ball. 411. And that is like, we really wanted that to be in the 420s. That power 3 ball is like, hey, that's really good distance. That's what I'm getting with my power 4 and my power 5 ball. The deal is that, yeah, but on the next shot, you have a power 4 and a power 5 ball. So that means your red line's farther forward. The only way I can get there now is with overpower. You want to take the second shot without doing any overpower. As long as you can get to that fairway like my opponent did, you can get yourself up into this position where you have a chip. I'm getting some serious lag here, but coming in the way that I normally come in, it opens up this rough bump right here. So it's 4.3, and I'm going to add on 10%. So I'm going to do 4.7. So there's 4.7, somewhere in that neighborhood. Try and hit it straightforward and hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. I'm trying to catch that rough and bleed out of that rough and go straight towards the cup. It's all about that rough bump. I'm trying to go for the cup. So you can get it done with a power 3 ball, but you have to be in the right spot and you've got to bring the right equipment. If you bring a power 4 or a power 5 ball, you're just making it easier on yourself. And this is a hole you absolutely have to get an eagle on in order to be successful in this tournament. You've got to get an eagle on this. This hole and hole number 3, we've got to get eagles on both of these holes. I can afford to bask in the glory and get an eagle and go to a shootout. An eagle with the power 3. The key deal there on the drive is I could have put the power back in on the wind. I could have put the forward power back on the wind so it was in there. But the deal is the wind down there, when it gets towards that sand, it carries different. And even though you look at it and you go, yeah, all I have to do is I can put that in, I got plenty of room. When you go to actually take the shot, you find out that you don't have as much room as you thought, that the wind is carrying the ball farther. Do about 2 topspin. I'm not worried about where it's hitting because I'm going to put max curl on it and I'm going to move it to the right. So it's going to come in there and I'm trying to get it on the arc where it hits the green. So I'm going to put max curl. And I hit it 1 ring great to the left. And ride it up to the cup. In the hole! You can get hole in one that way, but that is a low percentage way to go at it to get hole in one. But with a big dog, the other options weren't there. So I couldn't take the forward shot where I was trying to get on the green and do the backspin. And this shot from over here, I don't have the ball guide. So the other shot's pretty much like that's about the max topspin you could put on there. And you can see that if I hadn't hit the flagpole, I probably would have rolled way past it. I was going pretty fast. It usually only takes about 1.5 topspin. And then you just max curl it around the bend to bring it back on its arc, and it rolls across the green and goes in the hole. Good luck in the tournament. All right, that was hole number 9. A little excitement right there at the end, a little bonus action. So that's a look. If you watched all the way up to this point, that's a pretty good look at the holes. I think the minimum score of -12 is absolutely there, and we have a lot of opportunities. I think that the 2 par 5s that, one of them we have, in my mind, we have 0 chance at Albie. That hole right there, that might be a glimpse. You can see that somebody wrote Albie on the board and they erased it, but it was in permanent marker, so you can see that there's just a ghost of an image. But really, it's an eagle hole. The mid par 5 we do have, if you can put yourself in absolutely the right spot, you do have a pretty decent shot at Albie on a rough bump. The par 4s, especially with all of the par 4s are the type that you have to take the shots coming in. The last par 4, I think it's hole 7. I was going to try a max or power hook shot on there with a power 5 ball to see if I could get around and get towards in a direction heading me towards the cup. But I got lag issues and wasn't able to take that shot today. So I'm not sure on that. But the other 2, it seems to me that those are shots that were hitting in from distance. One of them is with a wood, or it could be with a wood, short iron, long iron, depending on which drive you're taking. So the par 4s aren't going to be, if we could dial in one of those par 4s and get one of them so that we have serious shots, all of them, obviously. The par 3s, I think this week are going to be our money makers. We're going to have to maximize par 3s, and it really, it's really kind of rough when you go into it. You've got to get hole in ones in order to like, that's the shot that you're looking for, is the hole in ones. And those hole in ones are usually the winning shot. So this week right here, we've got some opportunities. And that's what it looks like. All right. That was hole 9 of Monday's practice round. Thanks for watching.